I'm just now realizing that I forgot to press go live, and I've been sitting here for like 15 minutes. Shoot. Okay, I think it's live now. I'm just now realizing I forgot to hit go live. Because again, I'm stupid and I don't know how YouTube works. So, uh, still working on double speed, uh, but as like a sort of side quest in between now and the time double speed works. So if you don't know what double speed is, basically, so the system has components, right? And you do some weird sequence of register writes and instruction executions that tell the system basically, hey, I want to execute, or I want to run certain components faster than normal. Specifically, I mean, you could probably infer from the name double speed mode, it basically doubles the frequency. So I'm stupid. So what I've done since then is I'm working the refactor. I had this nonsense struct, and I'm just working on passing this into the components that need it, and that's what they will interrogate to understand what mode they're in. So they'll interrogate that for double speed, they'll interrogate that for backwards compatibility mode. Yeah, so obviously because these are kind of architectural changes, the Python bindings have to change a bit, so I'm just making sure that I didn't completely blow up the test cases. All the bit manipulation stuff with key 0 and key 1 that I was doing and embarrassingly struggling with a bit because I was tired is done. I did that before remembering I needed to actually press go live to go live. But yeah, it's cooking, I guess. So just kind of waiting on that. Let's see, am I gonna have to do this with the timer? I am. So, to give credit where credit's due, I did not write this timer unit. Someone else who was working with me on this did. So, what the heck? While we're waiting. I know people are gonna ask at some point. 26 failed. That's what I would hope to see. Nice. And then we'll do... That's obviously going to complain at first. Oh, dang. I need to move this template. I have it. I thought I had it. Wow, I'm genuinely losing my mind. Yeah, okay. I'm not insane. There we go. Literally copy pasted. It even still says PPU. Oh, man. I'll fix that at some point. Probably before the next commit. That's really dumb. It's another 2 in the morning, didn't sleep type mistake. So yeah, we have, again, I was kind of mentioning before, the timer circuitry between the CGB and DMG models differs. Like the actual circuit is ever so slightly different, so we support one or the other, even though that's not really necessary. Because if we're simulating CGB, all you need is the CGB circuit, right? But I mean, if I ever decide to rewrite DMG for some reason, I can use this drop-in replacement type beat. Runtime sysinfo references. Ugh. Yeah, see, this guy's much better at programming than me because he actually mentions his constructors are explicit, whereas I am a frickin' idiot. And I don't do that. Duplicate member, what? Ah, no. It's because this has a shoot. That is frustrating. Okay. I'll get this taken care of. Blah, 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 blah. I have test cases for the timer, right? Yeah. Oh, that's already done. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to do some refactor here. Then we obviously don't need that. Let's think. So what is like the actual formal name of it? Yeah, okay, so this is what I was saying. You have one circuit for DMG, one circuit for CMG, or CMG, CGB. System counter. In that case, I'll just name it sys counter. Simple enough. Bro likes the underscore at the end, so I'll do the underscore at the end. That lets me do that. And obviously this will complain, that makes sense. What does it say, CGB model? Okay, so this is going to come after. Okay. Then I have to fix the bindings. Runtime sysinfo reference. So I'll skip the Moon Eye tests just because I'm not worried about those breaking. I'm more worried about this stuff. Okay, that's fine. That's that. So I guess now, let's see. Let me think. So I want. Okay, those of my registers already have the sys thing, which is nice. What else needs it? So I mean, I guess we can. Let's just make sure nothing's broken. Yeah, so this will be fixed very shortly here. We're close. That's what it'll look like. And then just as like a sanity. You know, it has me wondering, because it's like the actual way. Obviously, this is a DMG version, which works because I have the supported hardware for the DMG version. You don't have the glitchy mountains as shown in the previous uploads. But it makes me wonder, like, what games haven't been remastered to have like a DX version like this? And is there some window of opportunity to do, take it upon myself to do such remasters that recolor old games like this for CGB models? It's not hard to do because, like, I mean, there are some like nasty parts, but I mean, given various constraints, what they ended up doing to get color support working is like, it makes sense. And I don't think personally it would be very difficult to recolor some of these old games. Unless they're like very tightly packed into the however many kilobytes of ROM. If there's no space to actually expand and add additional, machine code in there, that's going to be a problem, but I don't know. Uh, I guess it's about time I move this, huh? This would be a sensible place for it. Oh, maybe not. Because, okay, you know what? Good enough, man. I mean, as long as I'm not exposing it to just kind of everything, it's fine. I, let's see. So next, I want to get rid of this flag. Yep, and then this is going to be refactored. So let me be sure. This was is CGB flag, yeah, okay. And then this is not going to be doing that anymore. Ugh, sorry about that. Okay. This should be the only other component that depends on it. Yeah, so we don't need this. I see, so the reason why I had this is so that I could use that thing to check if the flag was set in the cartridge header. That was it? Dang, okay. So let's see, I might have to do some more passing along because this thing has FIFOs. Yeah, we don't want that. Oh man, interruptions. Well, how is this out of line? Oh, because this needs to be a reference. Yeah. And then I'm thinking we don't even need this. Shouldn't even have it. This is going to use sys dot. Is that not what I named it? Sys dot. Am I including the header? Nope. Let's see. That might be everything other than this obviously now having problems. Yeah, because this needs to... We'll see. Ah, yeah, okay, so insert cart. Set CGB. What? Set CGB. Set CGB. Oh, what? Set CGB. I'm confused. Oh, hold up. Nope, nope, nope. Problems. Is that still in the header somewhere? Sets, yes, it should go away. And then obviously we don't want to. Oh my gosh. All of a sudden YouTube decided I needed a tutorial to use the live UI, whatever. Okay, where am I doing that? Set CGB. Where am I doing that? That's in way back there. Yep. So again, this was a big assumption that I ended up being wrong about. Cartridges place the hardware in backwards compatibility mode. Yeah, and I was just assuming that that came from the cartridge header. It absolutely does not come from the cartridge header. Your cartridge header could be completely wrong, it should still work. Alright, so I mean, ideally this will fix it. Yeah, there we go. That was DMG, right? Yep. Oh no, that's not good. So something broke. I see some things are following CGB behavior when they shouldn't be. Let's see, so how is that? How is that happening? Oh, yes, yes, of course. No, that actually doesn't make sense. Ugh, I need to stop doing that. Key 0 is what writes. or is what sets the that, so it should be bit 2. Okay, for some reason I have it setting double speed mode, even though it absolutely doesn't do anything with double speed mode. Yeah, that was stupid. Should be CGB. Not sure what I was thinking there. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was a kind of nasty artifact there. Interesting. Curious if other emulators do that. We'll see. That would be this guy. Oh, I mean, it doesn't play. Wow, MGBA gets that wrong. That is not supposed to be there. I'm surprised, man. That's not a hard thing to fix. My, just to flex on MGBA here. My previous DMG emulator, despite how terribly it was written, did not get that wrong. So, my emulator also ran, let's see if I have a picture, Mortal Kombat? No Mortal Kombat. I mean, it ran Mortal Kombat, but I remember this thing. I tried running Mortal Kombat on MGBA and just got my ears demolished by the insanity. Because, like, I don't really know what happened, but it just turned into chaos. Like, things aren't rendering right. It's just TV static. Nails on a chalkboard. Anyway, that works. It just kind of does that everywhere. Shoot. Guess it wouldn't be hard to see if actual hardware does that. Because that's going to drive me insane if real hardware doesn't do that. Let's see. I might have to be careful here. Because I'm pulling up YouTube on my other monitor. And I don't want to accidentally advertise. Yeah, I mean, Trip World it runs. So I want to see it on a Game Boy Color. Yeah, sorry about the audio. Nope. Other games don't do that. Interesting. I wonder if it's because oh, you know what? I bet I know exactly why that's happening. It'd be in boot. Would either be in boot ROM or bus. Boot sequence. Yeah, so they have this plus this, and then they have an array of zeros. That array of zeros ideally wouldn't render that little snippet of the Nintendo logo you're seeing. That's what's showing up, right? ROMs. What am I doing? ROMs. So I want to GDB it specifically. again, use GDB, best debugger in existence. And then, let's see. I'm going to do some shameless self-promotion here. Let's see, where would I do that? Just v-blank. So we could break request v-blank IRQ. So basically I want to put a breakpoint on every frame. Okay, good. Enable 1. Shoot. Yeah. Bear with me here. You can see it's slowly fading. Yeah, so I'm putting a you gotta wrap your head around these debug techniques because they really come in handy. Knowing where to put the, I mean, I think it goes to say without. It's not just an emulator specific thing, but finding convenient places to place breakpoints. I'm putting it on the location where I'm requesting the v-blank interrupt from the pixel processor. That happens once a frame. So if I want to step through the frames in a convenient manner without writing an entire freaking debugger, you can just break every time that interrupt is requested. Now I can kind of gauge. Oh, of course, now it's not going to do it. Wonderful. Seriously? Wow, man. That's messed up. See how long it takes. Yeah, okay. It showed up for a second. It is showing half the Nintendo logo. I guess it's just like a this game specific thing. It's kind of weird because I don't actually think. Let's see. Can I point MGBA to that? Oh, I don't have the boot ROM in a file though. Shoot. Do I? Maybe I do. MGBA. Let's see here. CGB acid. No, I want DMG acid. So before I even do that emulation, there should be a way to specify a boot ROM. Seriously? Ah, boot BIOS. It doesn't do anything. Love it. Oh well. Now that actually bugs me. I need to know if this is doing it or not. Boot BIOS. Maybe I have to load a game first. Really? Come on, man. You're not gonna let me specify the BIOS. Okay, what I can do is I can use the TUI version. I can do MGBA. You can specify a boot ROM, I believe. Yes, -B. -B downloads CGB. Let's see, which one am I using? Just CGB, not CGB0. CGB boot.bin. Oh, that hurts, man. Oh, wow. It's interesting that they get this wrong. Dang, you really just can't validate. Whatever. Basically, what I want to see is if I mess with... Let's see. If I just kind of take this address range and be like... Does this still boot? So first of all, I'm curious. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, so that's not good. I guess that's just how it is. Interesting. Oh, I have to recompile it, obviously. What? Something is messed up. That's not booting anymore. No. Do any games boot? That isn't there anymore, which bugs me. What did I break? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, that scared me, man. That's not funny. Okay, so I don't know the details of what the CGB boot ROM do, but in DMG, I studied it pretty extensively. Sorry. And what it does is the Nintendo logo is actually like not in the boot ROM. It comes off the cartridge, and the way that they would prevent people from, making their own non-proprietary carts and just kind of releasing them is they would have the Nintendo logo in the cartridge and basically perform like a checksum on the bytes of the Nintendo logo to determine if, it was like an actual licensed cartridge or whatever. So in order to get around that, you would have to quite literally freaking hard code the boot ROM, or not the boot ROM, but the Nintendo logo in your thing, and obviously, they're gonna go after you for that if you try to distribute that. So, yeah, don't ask me for any links to any of these ROMs. You're not getting them. Okay, there we go. So the reason why I was so worried about it is because let's bring that change back. If you notice, the little Nintendo logo just casually disappears. It doesn't boot. It hangs. It's intentional. So you have to let this address range through between hex 100 and hex 200. Otherwise, it can't read the logo off the cartridge. And it freaks out. So that's probably what it's doing. It's probably scaling that down. That would be my guess, but I don't know. Interesting. That's cool. Well, it's funny to me that MGBA fails what mine is doing right now. That flicker still bugs me, but I think it's just an artifact of the card itself. If I do like actual games, SMB. Yeah, SMB doesn't do that, okay. Another interesting fact is because the boot ROM, at least in DMG, the boot ROM didn't actually clear out VRAM after doing its Nintendo logo scroll. You could actually like have an introduction screen where it's like a sprite comes up and messes with the Nintendo logo. It's like entirely possible. So it's like maybe that's just what's happening. It's not a bug on my part. Because it's like, I mean, yeah. Oh no, it did it there too. Ah, I hate that. I have to see if that's right. See, it sucks because I can't rely on MGBA to validate what I'm doing. Let's see. I'll do one more YouTube search. See, what sucks is it's going to be impossible to find. Oh yeah, I'm running Link's Awakening DMG version on a CGB. I don't know, maybe it's not going to be that hard. Link's Awakening. Intro. Can I find it on live hardware, please? See, this is on DMG. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't know. Every game has like a weird flicker. Just not seeing the... I don't know. I mean, the important thing is that the boot ROM is fixed. For, like, everything. I can also remove my, I can remove... What the heck is it? ROMs... It's this thing, .save. Don't need it. What else do I have? I just want to see what other games do that. This is DMG. Yeah, that's gonna drive me insane, man. I don't know if that's accurate. What's interesting is this game gets it right. Like, they nail it. What else do I have? It's DMG, Tetris. Yeah, it happens in Tetris. I don't think there's going to be any getting around it. Let's see, is it because... Let's see, maybe it's because I am... Ooh, actually... Shoot. Switching it to DMG mode. I think uses a different... Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if switching it to DMG mode messes with... No, that shouldn't be a problem in my emulator. Because there are VRAM banks in CGB, and if you switch out of that... Oh, it's so weird. Let's see, CGB. That's so cool. Boot ROM is responsible for automatic colorization, monochrome games. This is another thing I'm not doing, like, necessarily correct. DMG compatibility modes, CGB palettes are still being used. Okay, I'm definitely doing this wrong. The background uses BG palette 0. Likely because the attribute map is set to all zeros. Objects still use palette 0 or 1 depending on bit 4. Yeah, I'm doing that wrong. I'm overriding this behavior. Actually index. So I mean, I guess it wouldn't be hard to fix necessarily. The boot ROM picks a compatibility palette using... Okay, I mean, I don't really care how it picks the palette. The point is it's still using... Dang! So, that's rough. That might honestly be why the Nintendo logo's flickering. Whatever, for the time being I'll commit this just because it is at bare minimum working. Guess I'll extensively test. I'll start this nonsense. Get that running in the background. Oh, I don't know why that happened. This is Tetris DX. So, this not rendering, so you can see this is like checkerboard pattern. This is not a checkerboard pattern. It's supposed to be. Kind of freaked me out at first, but I ended up realizing it's because this is the checkerboard for the TET is rendered with sprites, which I don't have yet. So you can see that the pieces show up, but the fall once they're dropped they show up, but they don't show the pieces while falling. It's because the falling piece is a sprite, and once it's dropped it turns into a background tile. There's actually like quite a lot you can infer about how these games are programmed based off of, you know, just watching how they progress with that half-written emulator. Let's see, what else do I have? I'll test one more, and then I'll just push it. I haven't ran Silver in a while. Some pretty freaking nasty mid-frame rendering techniques going on here. Yeah, it blows my mind that I'm getting that right. The wavy pattern is like absurd. Anyway. I don't know. I guess it could be an optional feature with this emulator. I'm probably not going to be doing the UI design. I'll just be focusing on backend, if we even have UI. Oh, dang. Tetris. I'm stupid. Okay. So I guess this kind of needs to be fixed. it's gonna be tricky. So, is CGB, there. So this is where, oh, I don't remember what this is doing. Oh, I see. Bank is probably, is that VRAM bank or is that, it's probably VRAM bank. Yeah, so this is fine. VRAM bank. Oh, hold up. Fetch. Oh, I see. This is fetching the attribute data. Where is it doing? The palette indexing. There. So I guess this is, it kind of sucks, but this is just hard coded to 0. Oh, first, hang on, this isn't even right. It takes byte t. I guess alternatively I could just do this here. Brain rot. Get background attribute palette. So, oh, this is rough. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works. It'll probably work. So ideally, and I could be wrong about this, the Nintendo logo won't flicker. Ah, something's borked. That's interesting. How the heck? Did I pass it wrong? Oh, I see. I have to hard code this, I guess. What? Did I read this right? Oh, it's in this. Still being used. The background uses palette 0. Should I just like not even bother? Who do I initialize this? Oh, this is gonna freak out. Shoot, why? Why is that happening? Get CGB color. Yeah, this is gonna... I do not like how I have this written. Need some big refactors. CRAM. CRAM, it should be getting it either way. CGB mode. Bank is non-zero. I don't know what's going wrong. CGB mode. Get background attribute bank. That bugs me. There shouldn't be a difference. Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I'd bet it's this freaking out. Because if I override that and return true, writes to that register don't go through. Writes do nothing and reads will return all ones. And that's to mimic open bus, I guess. Which is probably not what it's doing, because if it's still using CRAM, it needs to be able to interface with those registers. There we go. I mean, oh, hold up. That's because this is still here. Brain damage. Oh, gosh. This is not good. That makes no sense. Do any more of these matter? Dang, I'm honestly wondering if doing this anywhere else is backfiring on me. Uh, yeah, no. I don't like that. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of entering a phase of just trying things until something works, which is not what you should do, but... that's rough. That sucks. Why would it not be able to? That's so weird. What VRAM bank does it use? You know what, that's a good question actually. It says 0. No, it does not say 0. Uh-oh. I see. Only the first bit is used, so the remaining return open bus it's using bank 0. That doesn't make sense. Should I like not hard code? I'm gonna leave that there just cause. Should I not hard code this? Dang, what the heck? It sucks. That's so frustrating. Is it just this realm, or are all of them messed up? No, all of them are messed up. What did I do? That's so weird. High bit, low bit. I know those are right. Palette index. Oh, this is frustrating. This is frustrating.
I don't understand how this works. How does this work fine? But when I hard code it to use palette 0. Object palette uses 0 or 1 depending on bit 4. Okay, yeah, no, I definitely want to be able to support this. Shoot. I don't know if these are initialized by default. Hang on, another question. It could just be because I'm not. Let's see. Is all zeros white or black? I think it's black. So that might be why. Is because the card itself isn't gonna. Maybe it's just because I'm not initializing CRAM by default. Maybe it is working, and I'm just. I mean, it would have to be. It would kind of have to be. So in this case, I kind of don't need this. Kind of wasted a lot of time. Whoops. No, I mean this is fine. This is fine. Okay, that's a good fallback. Because then we can ensure that the attribute red is always 0. Because I reset it up top. Okay. This sucks. But run ROMs DMG acid. So, cool. Yeah, things work. Now it's all 0. So let's backtrace. RGB. Yeah, I don't care if it's more recent. This is what we want. Bang, bang. So I want to see mono, not the monopel. I want to see this. It is being written with something. Nah, this doesn't make any sense. So there's do fetch, there's do read tile. I'm an idiot. Do read tile. There's do read data low, data high. And then I'm not really worried about, I don't know, do push. Doesn't hurt. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, don't care. So this is forcefully reading the tile index from bank 0. This is correct. This is always going to happen. If we're in CGB mode, we take care of this, which we're not. We are not in CGB mode. Makes sense. Total clocks is max state clocks. Yeah, this is just state transition logic. Don't care. So that looks fine. Is 0. That bugs me. That bugs me. What the heck? It bugs, I don't know. I guess it depends on what scan line we're on. 131, so we're nearing the end-ish. Or no. So it's like roughly mid-screen. Yeah, it's a reasonable spot. Ah, this sucks. Why is it doing that? Yeah, this is going to be boring because it's literally just debugging, so I'm probably going to end it. I don't know. May or may not continue after. We'll see. But it's like this is mainly just going to be me complaining about whatever the heck I broke, but I mean more or less again, I made a lot of assumptions that are backfiring on me that I have to correct. But more or less, right? This is DMG Acid, the boot ROM works, right? Boot ROM works in DMG game, or ROM. Boot ROM still works in CGB ROMs, so, I mean, more or less what I wanted to do is fine. It's just not. Other problems emerged. In that, I sort of made an assumption that, okay, there will be a hard-coded palette for backwards compatibility. That isn't actually what happens. It still uses the same palette and memory as non-backwards compatibility mode. It just goes through some initialization process in the BIOS. And, you know, I'm sure that my thing is doing that. In fact, I'm quite certain. The problem is it's just not using the same memory in DMG mode as it is in non-backwards compatibility. So, and then the third thing is when I actually get it to do this, it freaks out and just gives me a black screen. So, yep, just, you know, painful debugging. We'll get there. Who knows?